Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, AARP and the VA will spell out why partnership is important. Then, do you have treasures or trash? We'll apprise you about appraisals. Your treats could trick your teeth. We'll caution you about decay caused by candy. Plus, we'll work on bettering your well-being. And there are monstrous changes to Medicaid. We'll alert you to those alarming alterations.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. Our veterans deserve quality care, and many times it's their loved ones who step up to provide it. And while their family members may be honored to act as caregivers, it's hard work, which makes it no surprise that caregivers need care too. AARP Ohio is joining forces with the Cleveland Veterans Administration Hospital to support both veterans and those who care for them. AARP volunteer Millie Stratanovich is here with the details. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lori.
So the number of caregivers in the world, in the country, in Ohio is staggering.
You know, it is, Lori. Statewide, at any time, there are over 1.7 million Ohioans who are caregivers, and that's taking care of parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, loved ones. And if you take a look at the statistics over a year, it's more like 2.4 million. And that's one reason why AARP has been so concerned.
You want to help them, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The numbers indicate that supporting family caregivers, it's important for the caregiver and it's important for the person that's getting the care. Our goal is to provide them with resources and opportunities to keep them from being so overwhelmed. And if anyone has ever been a caregiver,
It's
even for a short period of time, it really is.
Yes.
So,
and you've got one of those opportunities coming up, so tell us about it.
I'm very excited about this. AARP is passionate about the caregiving program and passionate about our veterans. And so on November 12th, the day after Veterans Day, we are partnering with the Cleveland VA Hospital, and we're going to have an event at the outreach clinic in Parma on Brook Park Road. It's going to be from 9 to 1. And the mission of the event is to support those who take care of veterans. And we are encouraging veterans and caregivers to join us for that event. It doesn't matter whether the veteran served in World War II or the veteran served in Afghanistan, or if the family member's an AARP member. We would like everyone to attend. It's going to be really something special.
Well, what are the caregivers and the vets going to find when they arrive?
Okay, there are going to be a number of organizations there that are affiliated with the VA, and there are going to be a number of organizations in Northeast Ohio that care about the veterans. And they're going to be providing information, and they're going to be providing materials, and they're going to try to help caregivers take better care of themselves so that they can take better care of the veterans. There are going to be presentations by the VA and by AARP, and resources will be offered at that time. The presentations will be at 10 and 12, and in the meantime, from 9 to 1, the resource fair will continue. Participants will receive a full benefit information from the VA, screening, coordination information, and Walgreens has graciously offered to partner with us, and they're going to be offering flu shots not only to the veterans but also to the caregivers.
Excellent.
And in addition, there's going to be a very nice lunch, and everything is free.
It's free!
It's free. It's free.
That's the best part. So how do we sign up?
You can either call 877-926-8300, or you can go on the website, and it's www.aarp.org/OH or /Ohio.
All right. Great information. Sounds like a great event.
We're excited.
Those who served our country and those serving as caregivers for them need and deserve support. This event presented by AARP Ohio and the Cleveland VA Hospital can help provide the critical resources they need. If you are a veteran or caring for one, don't miss this important event. My thanks to Millie for caring enough to share this information with us today.
For more information, call AARP Ohio at 866-389-5653 or click to www.aarp.org/Ohio. Next, our version of Antiques Roadshow. But first, plenty of pumpkins pop up during the Halloween holiday. In fact, over 1.3 billion pounds of pumpkins are produced by the top 6 gourd-growing states. Can you name these heavy harvesters? We'll carve out the answer when we return.
Let's all wake up to better health. Breathe it in and let it all out. Find a partner, an ally, a Metro Health doctor who will listen as long as it takes, so you can celebrate every day by living it your way. Get your physical, checkup, regular screening at Metro Health, and wake up every day to better health. Change is healthy.
Our own Ohio plants itself among the top 6 pumpkin-producing states, along with Illinois, California, New York, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. That means for us, there's no trick to picking up this traditional Halloween treat.
You're ready to downsize and ready to get rid of some of your past prized possessions. Could they be worth cash or should they be trashed? Chris Dugan is here with valuable information about your everyday items. Chris is a personal property appraiser and owner of Emerald Art Services. So welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Before we talk about trash and treasure, tell me a little bit about what exactly you do.
Well, if you've ever sold a house or bought a house, you've had an appraiser in to tell you what the value of the house is. Well, I do the same thing. I go in and value contents of your house.
Okay, the stuff in your house.
The stuff that's in the house.
Okay. We mentioned downsizing already, but what are some of the other reasons that people might want to have their personal property appraised?
Well, if they have a painting or some piece of porcelain or furniture that they need to insure, that they need it for the insurance company, or if you have a painting or something you'd like to donate to a museum or historical society, I can go in and value those pieces for your tax records.
Okay, so we have a few things here right now. So things that we probably have in our homes. So let's start with wall art. This is a very interesting painting or a print or something. Mm-hmm. So how do you determine what it's worth?
Well, first of all, we have to decide what it is. Is it a painting? Is it a watercolor original piece of art? Or is it a print like this piece is? Prints can come in editions, sizes, anywhere from, say, 50, like this one, up to thousands. Or they could be open editions, which they're just open-ended printing. They print until they just keep printing.
So does that mean if there's lots of prints that it's not worth as much?
Well, not necessarily. It depends how many pieces are available to buy on the market, as well as who the artist is and what the picture is, if the picture is appealing to a lot of people.
Okay, so how about this one?
This piece is by an artist called William Wegman. He's known for taking photographs of his dogs. This is a limited edition piece of 50, and it is a iris print, which is a inkjet print with lithograph. In this piece, you don't usually see too many on the market. There's only 50 of them ever made, and you don't see this one on the market too often. And this piece, if you were to go take it to an auction to sell it, you might expect to see in the vicinity of $750 for that piece.
Oh, so it is worth something.
Right.
You also brought along some silver.
Right. A lot of people have silver in their homes, anywhere from silver flatware to platters, coffee and tea sets, candelabras. But the big difference with silver is it silver plate or is it sterling silver?
Okay.
And that's the difference. Silver plate, there really is not much of a market for right now. But if you have sterling silver, that's where you're going to be getting into a little more value.
Okay, so what do we have here today?
We have some pieces here where these, the sugar and the creamer, these are our silver plate pieces. And these pieces here, these serving pieces, are also silver plate. And just by looking at them, you can't really tell if they're sterling silver or silver plate. These pieces here are sterling silver. So just by looking, you can't really tell. You have to know, look at the marks that are on them. And you can also tell by weight. There's a big difference in weight between the two.
Okay. So once there's a value for these items, then you help to sell them?
Right. I don't actually sell the items for the people, but I can help them find someone that can help them sell them. There are many auction houses out there in the Cleveland area. Each specialize in different types of things, and they have the respective clients for those things. Some auction houses are better at selling paintings and prints, where others are better at selling decorative art, such as lamps and furniture and silverware. Others still just do general household contents.
Okay.
So I can get you to the right person to get the most value out of your items.
Right, you want the money out of it.
Right, exactly.
So you got to be at the right sales place.
Right.
All right, very interesting information here today. And because all of us have accumulated items, but we really don't know what they're worth. To find out if your objects are made of money or are just junk, give Chris a call. His number's next.
To find out more, call Emerald Art Services at 330-630-5645 or log on to www.emeraldartservices.com. Next, a Halloween horror story. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. It's Super Bowl Clee. Here's the play. Tackle tasting several soups, then cheer for your favorite. The Cleveland Public Theater will field this event November 12th, then pass you on to local restaurants ready to bowl you over with sumptuous soup selections. To score a ticket and more information, call 216-200-8879 or intercept their website, www.superbowlclee.com.
Here's a Halloween horror story. Those sweet treats that tickle your taste buds actually terrorize your teeth by developing dangerous decay. Dentist Steve Marsh is here to write a plot twist to this tale that will bring us a happy ending after all. Welcome back to the show. Decay is really not a fairy tale, though, right?
No, it's very much a science, just like everything else that goes on in our body. And we have a formula, sort of, in dentistry. And that is we always have bacteria in our mouth, and the bacteria eats off the food or breaks the food down. When the food's broken down, you might remember some of your science classes, an acid's produced. And that acid, in combination with the teeth, is what causes decay in cavities.
Okay, but how does the acid get into our teeth?
Well, again, a lot of it has to do with grooves in our teeth. When we have grooves, the food gets caught and gets stuck in there. And if we don't brush right away, that actually breaks down. And the other places where food gets caught between the teeth. This is a patient who was literally in Lori this week. He hadn't seen us in about 1.5 years. This is what happened. The back of his lower front teeth have a lot of tartar, a lot of stain, and a lot of debris got caught with it. That tartar comes from saliva that's in these two ducts behind your lower front teeth. That's why that's the biggest place where it gets accumulated. And that also attracts more food particles. And again, as the food particles get stuck, the bacteria breaks it down and produces tooth decay. So it's, again, very much a science.
Wow. So are there preventions for this?
So one of the things right in our screen right here, and actually these are reversed. The before is where the before and the after. So the after picture in this case shows a tooth that's open. This was a tooth on a young, about 16-year-old. He had a lower second molar. You can see the grooves and the pits again in the after picture. We put sealant. A sealant is a plastic coating that flows in the grooves, much like a river flows between mountains. Once that sealant is placed, you can't get decay. So in our practice, when kids come in, when they're 6, they get their first-year molars. When they get their 12-year molars, they get sealants immediately within the first couple months to protect the food from sticking. And if the food doesn't stick, we're okay.
All right, anything else?
Let's talk about flossing for just a minute. You heard all this question about flossing. The ADA representative, I heard his speech about it, and his comment was, you don't need to know that when you jump out of an airplane, you need a parachute. There haven't been great studies on it. Same thing about flossing. Food gets caught. But once things happen in a mouth, we're able to take care of it. And I think we'll spend a few minutes at least on the restorative part of it.
Okay. And why is candy so bad, though?
Oh, so here we are, Halloween,
yes.
Candy.
I love the candy.
All right, Sour Patch. Couldn't be worse in terms, excuse me for the Sour Patch Company, Starburst. Very sticky sugars that stick to the teeth. And again, the longer it sticks to the tooth or teeth, the more opportunity is for bacteria to feed off of it and break the tooth down.
Okay, so if that happens, we have help.
We do have help, but again, Halloween, enjoy your candy and brush right away. So we have some pictures of, this is another issue we're seeing with kids and adults today. The before and after is in the right order in this case, and lots of decay and breakdown of enamel. He was a Gatorade drinker. He drank it, he was a golf pro, drank it all the time, and it literally rotted his teeth. So without fluoridated water and drinking highly sugared things like Gatorade or regular pop, it will actually break down the teeth. Somebody else, this girl had acid reflux, among other things, also ate a lot of licorice and sticky candies. She was into a no-fat sort of diet, so a lot of sugars don't have it, but we're finding a lot of problems with sugars, and you can see what she had before. It had literally eaten away the tooth structure, and we had to do porcelain veneers, and she actually came 6 weeks before her wedding and said, what can we do? And this is sort of a long-term problem. This is what we see in our seniors who have dry mouth, maybe from diabetes or high blood pressure medicine. The teeth start to break down. They've had lots of fillings because they've been seeing a dentist for many years. And in this case, we restored those with porcelain veneers in the front and crowns in the back. But again, prevention is key. If something happens, we're able to restore the teeth to their health, though.
Prevent, restore, keep it that way.
Yeah, that's another great formula.
Hopefully your story has scared everybody straight into taking care of their teeth. And if you need more help, give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, the doctor is in. It's time to get up and go, an exercise segment on golden opportunities.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and we're here today to show you how to do a donkey kick. This is an excellent exercise. It's not only going to work and strengthen that lower back area, but also it's going to build the glutes. You ready?
I need this.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to start on all fours. Here in the studio, we have our exercise mats. You at home, go ahead and grab a spot on the floor. We want our hands to be shoulder width apart. Our knees should be about the same. What we're looking for here is we're going to bring our knees straight in, and then we're going to try to keep a 90-degree bend as we bring it straight up and out. Perfect, okay? So we're going to bring it in and then up and out. We want 12 to 15 repetitions. Let's go ahead. We can switch and try the other side. In and out. All right. How you feeling, Lori?
Really good.
Looks good. All right, Lori's doing a slightly easier version of this.
I need a slightly easier version of this.
There you go. Those beginners at home, this is a way that you can build that muscle and still strengthen the same area, okay? 12 to 15, 2 to 3 times a week. And now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
We're almost at the end of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but there really is no end to updating our awareness on this devastating diagnosis. Dr. Jill Scheide joins us in the Metro Health studio to share important information about the significance of annual screenings. Dr. Scheide is in the radiology department of the Breast Center at Metro Health. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I understand there's some conflicting criteria now with regard to mammograms, like how often should we have one?
Right, it's gotten really confusing for patients, unfortunately, lately. So what the American College of Radiology and the Society of Breast Imaging, what we're recommending is that patients begin annual screening mammography at the age of 40, and that they also have a clinical breast exam as well, either by their physician or by their OBGYN. And then that, in addition to self-breast exams, it'll really help us detect breast cancer.
Okay, if some organizations are promoting every 2 years for mammograms, are we going to have trouble with insurance, do you think?
So far it hasn't been an issue. Hopefully that won't be the case, but so far it's been okay.
I hope not, because it's really important.
Yes.
So. And now there's actually more than one type of mammogram too, right? 2D and 3D.
Correct.
So what are we supposed to get?
Correct. So we're really fortunate at Metro Health Medical Center because we do both 2D and 3D on all of our patients. So they both just offer different ways of looking at the breast, and they really complement one another. So there's a graphic that we'll put up, and on the left side of the screen there's a 2D mammogram, and on the right side of the screen there's a 3D mammogram. And they really work well together so that we can detect breast cancer. And because of the 3D mammograms, we actually find more breast cancer, but we actually have to bring fewer patients back for additional workups. So it works out really nicely for us and for our patients.
All right. Save lives, save time
Correct.
too. I also have heard about ultrasound with regard to breast screenings as well. Should we be having that every year in addition to the annual mammogram?
There are some situations where it's really helpful. So patients that have what we call heterogeneously dense breasts or extremely dense breasts, those mammograms can be more difficult to interpret just because the breast tissue can hide breast cancers more easily. And that's where the automated breast ultrasound screening comes in, because it makes it so that we can find the cancers that are hiding in that more dense tissue.
Okay, well that's a good screening then too.
Yes.
And there's one screening that of course doesn't cost anybody a cent. We don't have to worry about insurance, your monthly self-breast exams.
You got it. So we ask that patients do it once a month. If a patient is premenopausal, we ask them to do it about a week after they begin their period. If they're postmenopausal, then usually just to remember, say the first day of the month, just doing it very consistently is the best thing. And patients are just feeling for any lumps, bumps, skin thickening, and looking in the mirror for any changes in the breast too.
So if you do it at the same time, you can tell from month to month if anything's going on.
Exactly.
Okay. So all of these tools, we've got mammogram, we got the ultrasound, especially we have the self-breast exams, help with the early detection, which is really important, right?
Absolutely, because early detection is really the key for breast cancer. With early detection, we have almost a 100% cure rate, which is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
All right. So there are a variety of ways to discover breast cancer at its earliest stage, but you need to do your part. Follow Dr. Scheida's advice and commit to monthly self-exams along with your annual screenings. If this hasn't been a part of your routine up until now, you'll find that this change is healthy. My thanks to Dr. Scheida for joining us today.
To learn more, call Metro Health at 216-778-7800 or visit their website, www.metrohealth.org. Next, Need to Know Medicaid Matters.
Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
We've talked a lot before about the Medicaid program and the massive changes that were made to the program August 1st, 2016. It's the one governmental benefit that can help almost everyone with long-term care costs like the nursing home. Here to discuss the effects of these changes and the problems we now are seeing with Medicaid applications is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
The rules changed to pretty much to prevent people from being able to make any kind of last-minute gifts, it seems.
Right. Well, they changed the laws dramatically. So the rules that were in place since 2006. You know, most people are familiar. If you make a gift of assets and then you apply for Medicaid within a 5-year period, you'll lose your eligibility for the number of months that that gift would have paid a nursing home. You know, if you get past the 5 years, then you're in good shape. So that works. But what happens is a lot of people are unaware of these rules, and they just don't do advanced planning. And then all of a sudden they run into a situation where they need long-term care coverage. And they got rid of all the special emergency rules or the last-minute things that we could do to save the money. There's only one left. And if they do that, they could possibly save maybe between 1/3 and 1/2 of their assets, but the Medicaid people aren't going to tell them about those.
Absolutely not. I'm glad there's something, but what else is going on with the changes?
Well, apparently they switched their whole computer system, so they shifted all the existing cases to this new system and coupled it with the Social Security disability, trying to be more efficient, but unfortunately it didn't work well. So there are a lot of things that didn't shift over, so the Medicaid caseworkers have to enter all this information by hand, and they can make mistakes. You may end up having on a case that was already approved,
kicked out because they entered the data wrong. So you have that. They've got a lot of new cases coming in every month, so they've fallen behind. So when you apply for Medicaid, you're not getting your answers fast enough, and people are concerned. They're waiting for answers, and they can't get callbacks, and it's being stretched out.
Any other issues going on with the big change?
Well, in the shift to the new system, the Medicaid people have a list of all of the cases, the nursing home cases, but they don't have a list of all the disability cases, so they can't figure out who's eligible and who's not. And the computer system also apparently is not calculating the income rules properly to know how much you have to give the nursing home. So they have to do that by hand, so it's just messed up everything.
It's taking way too long for everything that's out there. So what is it that we can do?
Well, we've said this before, but you really, when you apply for Medicaid or fill out the application, you really need to sit down with an attorney who does that, someone who's certified in elder law like yourself, someone who knows the rules. And secondly, we have some seminars coming up in a few weeks, and they're on the screen, hopefully. They're November 7th at the Holiday Inn in Independence, and November 9th in Middleburg Heights at 2, and November 10th in the Doubletree at Beechwood at 1 p.m. So one of those seminars, call in advance and set up a time to come.
All right, sounds good. The laws for Medicaid are ever changing for the worse. And like Mike said, you need help. For more information, attend one of our seminars or call Mike at the number coming up next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, it's unsettling to move a loved one to a nursing home. We'll help everyone settle in successfully. We're heading towards the end of 2016. We'll give you a heads up about year-end tax tips. Then, need health insurance? We'll offer an overview of individual open enrollment. Plus, giving is good. We'll volunteer to offer you options. And getting married later in life? We'll tell you the truth or consequences. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.